Hey, this is Dr. Tim St Onge at Thrive Chiropractic here in Branson, Missouri, and I am here with Melissa. We're going to do an adjustment on Melissa today. I'm going to let Melissa talk to you a little bit about what brought her into the office, because this is a little bit different than some of the other videos I've shown. And so, Melissa, why don't you tell us what brought you in?
Okay, so I was having carpal tunnel syndromes in my right hand. Symptoms, I should say carpal tunnel symptoms, not syndrome, excuse me. So my fingers were going numb a lot. Mopping, pushing a stroller, driving would cause a lot of numbness. Particularly if I would mop or clean, the next day my hand would be swollen. It would be really difficult to grip my hand. So a lot of swelling, and a lot of my hand falling asleep. I have to stop and wake my hand up a lot when I was doing activities.
Okay, yep. So we've been treating her for a little bit, and I'll just talk a little bit about carpal tunnel syndrome or symptoms. It's usually going to be these three fingers, the two fingers and the thumb. When you start getting into these two fingers, it's actually the ulnar nerve, not the median nerve. So that's one distinction of whether or not it's carpal tunnel or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I always like to start out on the spine, because I've found over the years that if I take care of the dysfunction that's occurring in the spine, a lot of times it will just kind of get rid of stuff that's more in the extremities, in the arms or the legs. And so I always like to start off by adjusting the spine. So kind of check her here. And then the other thing that I like to do is I always like to check the entire spine. Pretty even there. Okay, you can turn over. So her pelvis was clear, her legs were even, and they bent up. They bent up evenly when I bent her knees. So now check her shoulder motion. It's a real subtle motion that I'm looking for. It's not necessarily whether she can move her arm up and down like that. It's more subtle than that. So she's got some tension up here. Of course, we're going to do both shoulders. So now, the thing about the median nerve is it's going to come out of the neck. The median nerve is going to come out of the neck in this area here. It's going to go underneath. It's actually going to come out as nerve roots, and those nerve roots will come together to form the median nerve. But the median nerve is going to come out here. It's going to go underneath the shoulder blade or the clavicle, and then it's going to go into the armpit, and then out the armpit, down the inside of the arm, and then down kind of in the muscles of the forearm, through the carpal tunnel, into these three fingers. So that's the course of the median nerve, which is what we're dealing with here. And so I like to treat anywhere along the course of the nerve that it can become impinged or entangled with muscles or joints that are misaligned. And so, of course, I've been working with her for a while, so there's a lot of stuff that's already been taken care of. But she was kind enough to let me do this on video.
It has made a difference too.
I know you've said Driving is...
Yes, I can drive and push a stroller without having to stop. Kayaking was a big thing.
That's
I can do
right.
that without having to stop and wake my hand back up. And if I clean, like the next day my hand's not swollen anymore.
That's
so
good.
It has made a big difference.
And with her, a lot of the problem, it took me a few visits to really figure it out, but a lot of the problems was through here. And that's kind of unusual. Usually it's more on this side of the arm, but on her it's more on the outside of the arm. But once we figured that out, we made a lot of progress fast. And so this is just to treat the muscles and the soft tissues along here. So the forearm is interesting in that it's made up of compartments, and those compartments are surrounded by a very tough fascia, which is like saran wrap, but a very tough that doesn't stretch at all. And so if you get any swelling inside of it, it'll put pressure on the nerve. So we just want to kind of work that a little bit, kind of soften it up. That's so much better than it was. There you go. So that's it. That's the adjustment for Melissa today. You guys have a great day.